Yo,
Yo,
man. For real, man. You know what I mean? It's the dog talk segment, man. We got to make sure we get more people in here, man. You know, on a Sunday, how we kicking on the Underdog podcast, man. We got Slick Ivy right now, man. Real Atlanta, you
what
know.
it do? What it do?
For real, man. So like I say, bro, appreciate you taking time out your schedule to come kick it with us, man. But for the
You know,
people that don't know Slick Ivan, man, who is Slick Ivan, man? In 30 seconds, how would you describe yourself to the people out there?
Slick Abbey, man, is a brand, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The name Slick come from, you know, I'm a partner, man. They always say, boy, you slick with words, boy. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
But you real slick with words, so you know what I mean. And the Ivy part come from I used to be in you know what I mean, a group called the Ivy League. You know what I mean? We were the Ivy League. So,
Yeah,
I just took the slick and put it with the Ivy, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
That's how I became Slick Ivy, you know what I mean?
For sure, man. So before we even dive into all the music and everything, man, let them folk know the real Atlanta, man. What side of Atlanta you from?
Man, I'm originally from the west side of Atlanta, you know what I mean? Growing up
Yeah,
as a child, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I say around fifth, sixth grade, my mom moved to the south side, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So from then on, man, that's why I've been at. You know what I mean, on the south side. Growing
Yeah,
up on the south.
I say
Yeah,
we talking to the real Atlanta, man. So for the folk out there, man, like for you growing up in Atlanta and seeing how things change and everything, man, like what's the real? You know what I'm saying? With coming up in Atlanta, how through your eyes.
man, the real Atlanta through my eye, man. Whoo, it ain't nothing like what's going on now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
what's going on now is really like a revamp, of a old city. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's the same location, but everything just don't change so much, man. But
Yeah.
things I see ain't what I seen coming up. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm from that era, man, where we had Freaknik, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And as far as on the music, the music was more independent,
Yeah.
more, you know. The music now I ain't gonna take away from it. It's a lot of real music out here, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
man, it's just different, man. It's just a
Yeah.
whole
So
other.
so what's like the real that you know from back then when you seen the change, like man, it went from like being one way to being like this to how it end up like this later on. Like
Yeah, well, a lot of that, man. I'm a blame streaming on it. You know what I mean? On a lot of it, cause the
yeah.
game changed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from that era, man. When we used to go get CDs pressed up
Mm-hmm.
and hit the block, man, and selling $5 CDs, or even
Yeah.
going in the record store, man, chopping it up with them, telling them folk, hey, man, look. I remember one time, man, I went in the record store, man. I told them folk, man, what they gonna take for me to put some CDs in here?
Yeah.
So he hit me with that. Man, the best thing to do is pass them out if you're trying to get the music out there.
Yeah.
So I was like, I said, man, I know about that part of the game. I'm doing that. But I said, what I want to do is put them in your store. So when I go on Twitter, Facebook, and all that, or whatever, I can send traffic to your location, and then they'll probably end up spending some more money with you on other music. But I just want to make
Yeah.
my music look like it's bigger than what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So the dude was like, how many you got? I said, how many can I leave with you? You know what I'm saying? So he
Mm-hmm.
said, you got 100 copies. I went to my car, came back, we counted up 100. I put
Mm-hmm.
him in now. He put the price tag on there. He told me he was gonna give me what $2.50 each CD.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
I figured out. how to sell my own music, just straight up by myself, on my own record company. You know what I'm saying?
Brand. Yeah.
I started figuring out the game. Like, hold up, this all me. I buy the CD, give them to him. We bud the money down. You
Yeah.
know, nigga want making no millions of dollars out doing that. I ain't gonna say cap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But nigga was making money off their own music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Consignment.
Yeah, I
But
heard about that back then before streaming. That was big, and that's
yeah,
like you'll hear about Luda Store the same way. When you come up in that, you actually out the physical copies, burning all these CDs. But like how
and
the
folk.
city was during that time, like when you notice the city started juicing up a little more, with music and like the transition with everything.
I mean, like, what doing that? The bad part about doing that, the folk actually got to come in contact with the artist. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So it's like they like, damn, this you. Especially when they take on to listen to the music, then they hear something they like, and they really looking at you like, that's you. They, you know what I mean? They shocked. You know what I mean? But like with the transition,
mm-hmm.
the best part about it when it transitioned to you can be your own man. It's kind of like consignment in such of a way because now you can just drop your own music online and boom,
Mm-hmm.
you might drop it on TikTok or something and take off. You know what I mean? On your own. But the way I see that, how like with the social media, just say you might have a one hit wonder, right?
Yeah,
It take off on TikTok, and then you got another artist been working hard. Like he might don't put together 4 albums worth of body of work, and just say ain't nothing been no hit or whatever, or he ain't put out nothing that don't caught a mass of a lot of attention. So then you got them getting mad at the artist that took off with the one song, and then you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
and felt like they ain't put in enough work to be popular or to be successful. But you can't knock. I don't knock no hustle. You know what I mean?
that part.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta get it how you live, man. So like coming
Yeah,
up coming up
yeah.
in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you seen the BMF movement, the uh with the BMF movement, with all the strip clubs and everything, like how all that stuff tied in with the music back then.
Oh man, that you talking about the era when that Jesus era. That's that young
Yeah,
Jesus era, man.
yeah. What the
Yeah,
city
man.
was like.
Lit,
Yeah,
litty. I don't been in Magic City, man. I don't been in Magic City, man. And why these folk, man, within, I mean, Jesus song, but I give or take, man. No longer than 4 minutes.
yeah,
We get money over here, man. I don't see these folk, man. These folk put out $500,000, man, on the floor before the song go off. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And just in Magic City. You know what I mean? So, they were doing that at every club, though, every elite club in Atlanta. I mean,
yeah.
I don't see any folks drop money off a helicopter over top of the birthday band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The city was lit it in, man. Like, for real,
yeah.
for real. I
Yeah, cause
mean,
it like back then, to where it said now, it's like Atlanta always kind of had that oil, with entertainment when folk be
yeah,
talking about
man.
Black Hollywood and all this.
Yeah, it always been a black Hollywood, man. Like the Mecca. It's like the new Motown. It's the
Yeah,
Motown of the South. How Motown was in Detroit.
yeah,
That's Atlanta, man. You know what I mean? On a newer age tip. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I salute them boy, man, from like Outcast, man, for kicking the door down. You know what I mean? Good and Mob.
yeah.
I'm from for real that era. When them boys used to, man, hey man.
So
I'm,
yeah, when you jumped out the porch then with the music, when you speaking era wise, when you start really doing your thing, like what made you really jump into it like that?
going to school with half of the cat that were making it happen, and
Yeah.
and seeing them cat like this shit really going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I started out writing little poems first, you know what I'm saying, doing a little spoken word thing
Yeah.
before I actually transitioned to trying to really make it rhyme like for real, and you know, and then I got to give credit to one of my old school partner, man, named Buck, man. He that's the first cat that ever took me to a studio, man, when it was real to real.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the real to real recording on reels and shit at the studio.
Are
And
you talking about the stuff that be spinning in the studio when you
yeah,
record? Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old school ADATs and all that, man, before it was, you know what I mean? Where you can
Yeah.
just record for, like, you know, like, man, you know, the cat actually paid for my studio time, man, and we had wrote a song prior to that off of the Isley Brothers, man, off the drifting on a memory.
Yeah.
We had wrote to that beat, you know what I mean, and wrote a whole song, man. One of my partner, man, and about some of our dead homies, you know, coming up when we were young that we had lost or whatever. And the whole hood was on it. So after we recorded it, so then I was like, man, this easy. You know what I mean? Like it was like
Yeah.
easy. I was like, but we can keep doing this because the effect we got on folk like this, off of
Mm-hmm.
this, we got plenty more to write to. We just need, you know what I mean, more beats or whatever. So that
Yeah.
that that would inspire me to keep going, man. You know, so I kept going and learning the game, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it
cause it seemed like you can't, like you were saying, you were seeing people pop off, you know what I'm saying, during the era when you were coming out, you know. So it's like you had the Dungeon family going on, you had a lot of different things stirring up in Atlanta, you know, it
yeah,
seemed like.
man, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, and I would write around like in it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like you right there with it, and it's like, damn, man. Shit, it just made it was like a ripple effect. It just had everybody want to do it,
Yeah.
you know, but everybody couldn't make it. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like just cause the next man doing it, you might be just as good or even better. But one thing about this game is who you know and is what you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Business.
saying? First, you got to know who you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Then, when you know them, it's what you know behind that to go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if you don't know a lot of the right people, you can know a lot of people, but it's about knowing the right people. You know, in Atlanta, and it's still today very cliquish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got, but as a whole,
Oh, it was like that back then? When you
yeah,
say,
man,
yeah.
yeah. Everybody had their own little clique. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But you
Yeah.
know, as a whole, everybody stuck together as a whole.
Right.
But like I said, everybody had their own cliques and squads over here and over there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like separated but equal.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Cause y'all all in the same game together somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody on the same movement. You know, everybody know what's going on. But
Yeah.
you know, back then it was east side, west side. You over here,
Yeah.
you over there. You know,
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, how that really came about though with it when you speaking in Atlanta, you know, cause folk be like, oh, I'm from the west side, from the east side, south side, you know, like you say,
yeah.
everybody, you know, is you got this spot popping off, and you got south side popping off. Like, who were the first couple people you remember that were popping off like that, you know, back then? A lot of people that, you know, people know about today, but how it was back then.
I mean, well, if you from the original A,
Yeah.
you will really know like the east side. You would know exactly what's popping on the east. You would
Mm-hmm.
know exactly what's popping on the west and what's on the south. And if you were like anything like me, man, I want them cat, man. I'm everywhere.
Right.
I'm so Atlanta. I'm on the east side every weekend. I'm at the club.
Mm-hmm.
If it popping on the west, that's where I'm at. I'm on the west.
Yeah.
Then I'm back home. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't never like limited to one side of town. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
There's a lot of cats from Atlanta, man, that just are about their side. You know what I'm saying?
What the spots was popping like though back then? You already talked about Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like what the movement was like going on in certain areas.
Oh man, we had it,
For it to be what it is today, some what it was like, what was popping off for real back then.
Man, we had on the east. We had Sharon Showcase, club called Sharon Showcase on the east side.
Yeah.
On Gresham Road, man. But we probably were there 6-7 years in a row, man. On every Saturday, dedicated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the west side, man, Simpson Road, we had a club called Charles Disco.
Yeah.
We had Charles every Friday. Then on Custer Avenue, we had a club called the Nightlight. Nightlight on Sunday nights. We had the Nightlight every Sunday.
Yeah.
731 was on Campbellton Road. You know what I mean? Campbellton Road popped. 731 popped off every Saturday. Then we had on the south side, we had the Lamp Post popping off every Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was down there a club for every day of the week down there that you had to be there, man.
And that's how I seen right now. Like when I first came around, in the 8, you got something going on every day, every night.
Something going on all week. They say Atlanta got the most strip clubs in the whole United States. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So man, I told you, man, hey, they don't sleep, bro. I left the club at 6 in the morning. Like, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's like that. It's like that up here. I ain't never experienced nothing like that till I came out.
The most notorious for after hour spots and everything, man. Just a turn up, a real turn up city, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, bro, like with the music, bro, let's talk about the music, because you was telling me like business wise and putting me on game with stuff like that, man. So how the business was when it came to all right, you got your group of people that you around, you know what I'm saying, I took count, and y'all boys finally put the work together. So what it was like during that time when y'all did y'all thing?
Well, in the beginning, man, a nigga didn't know a whole lot. Mainly we knew how to get to a studio. Right. I mean, that's the easy part. It's so many studios, but we get to a studio, we record. But in the beginning, me not really knowing the difference between mixing and mastering, I'm hearing that stuff, but it ain't registering to me, because I'm like, I hear mixing, I hear mastering, but I don't know what that is. I'm hearing engineering, I'm hearing all that, but I'm numb to it, because I don't know nothing about it. Right. Only thing I'm knowing, go record, get it burnt to a CD, and start letting folk listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them the humble beginnings. Then, as time went on, I started to learn, you got to get your vocals mixed to even consider going to a radio station, and them folk really considering putting you on the radio,
Yeah.
Now, you can go to the radio station with a rough draft, but that's like a waste of a trip, because they don't never turn you around.
Yeah.
Even with dropping music now, like on sites, and you know what I'm saying, they got sites that'll do that for you. You know what I'm saying, but I'm old school. I still go to a engineer to get it done. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just straight up. You know what I mean? And a lot of folk don't know, man. Mixing is more important than mastering. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah.
Mastering is actually cheaper. Mixing is more expensive, because with a rough mix, if your mix ain't right, the mastering ain't gonna come out right.
Yeah.
Because when they master your mix, it compresses everything. So basically, when you get a song mastered and the mix ain't right, you're gonna hear every mistake in there. Yeah. And that ain't what you want to listen. That ain't what you want to hear. Because if you hear any mistakes in there, who gonna play it? I mean, you might have partners, but then you ain't gonna get nobody professional to really listen to it.
Right.
So yeah, them just like big tools needed to be learned early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I learned a long time ago, man. Not 90% of this music business is paperwork and knowing the game, knowing the business. 10% is recording and jumping around on stages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell everybody that, man. If they getting into the music business and I'm, you feel what I'm saying? I know you don't really know that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that off the top, so you can really just try to focus on that before you actually focus on trying to perform here and there and do all this, because it's some things that need to be addressed before you actually do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. It's so many cats getting their music stolen because they didn't know to do this or that, and they went and performed at this club.
Right.
And you got folks in there listening for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It really be going on. Next thing you know, you hear your song or idea or whatever that you know it was yours on the radio, but you ain't have your business taken care of. Guess what? They took care of their business.
Yup.
They
They
might have
making money
stole
out
your
of it.
they might have stole your song and then went and did the paperwork like they supposed to did, and that's
Yup.
that.
Yup.
And it really just that simple. You know what I mean?
That's dirty, man. It's like you
But
say, they find out, they know you ain't got your stuff all the way together and come back though you real quick.
they gonna take it and run with it, and man, it don't happen so much in that music game, man.
Yeah.
To the point where you know some of these cats don't even damn near billionaires off of this shit, man. Like, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They call it business. They don't say a dirt or that, none of that. They just call it business. You know what I mean? I'll be like, okay, that's the true definition of business, man. Business, the word business itself is a more so of a cutthroat word, but it just don't sound like it.
Yeah.
But you know, folk be like, take care of your business. That man, that's really what it is. You got to take care of your business.
Yeah, man. I remember you was talking on one time we chopped it up. You was talking about like getting paid for your performances and having your business together. Uh, what you said was it ASCAP or you really call BMI and them and get your money.
Yeah, yeah, that's your that all that mean is generally you're signed up in a writers association.
Right.
And that means that you are a registered writer. After you sign up to either one of them, BMI or ASCAP. You know, a lot of artists use ASCAP, a lot of artists use BMI, just your preference. You know, but both of them do the same thing basically. You know, which one is better, I actually don't know.
Right.
Because I'm BMI myself, so I couldn't tell you if ASCAP was better than BMI or vice versa, you know. But
Right.
I do know that's who gets you your royalty checks. That's who cuts you your royalty checks. You know what I mean? If somebody on the line right now and is an artist and wondering how do I get a royalty check, that's who provides a royalty check, your BMI or your ASCAP. You know what I mean? Like, so those are the people who count your radio spins.
Yeah.
If you ever hit the radio, if you perform at a club, at a wedding, at a wherever you perform your music at, and you're a registered writer, all you gotta do is contact them, and they're gonna make sure you get a check for
Yeah.
whatever you do. But you know, a lot of cats don't know that, and they be out here performing, man, basically for free.
Yeah.
You probably you getting
Pays
exposure.
one too, probably.
Yeah, the good part about it, you're getting exposure because that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, why not get exposure and get paid a little something for your exposure?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of cats think that they supposed to be on the radio or they supposed to be signed to a major record company or something like that to get a check. That ain't true.
Yeah.
That's why it's called indie. That's why a lot of artists a lot of them had deals and left their deal, got out of their deal, and went indie. Indie just mean that you know what I mean. You're on top of your game, and you getting more money coming to you versus paying a record company for something that you already know how to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically, the only thing they're gonna do is they we call the record companies the big machines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for fame, if that's what you're in it for, if you're looking for fame, then that's what they're there for. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you that big push. But you know, you're
Yes, you an
independent.
investment though. When you dealing with them, you know you an investment. So
Yeah,
they're gonna treat it as is, but they're gonna be milking that money off you too.
exactly. When you can do that yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You might have a small machine because you know they already got this stuff set up in place for you already before you even artist became born. Already, they already got it ready for him. You know what I'm saying? Him or
yeah,
her. Yeah, man. So you know.
yeah, man. So while we talking music too, man, like what's some of your experiences, man? Like like a gym, you know what I'm saying, that you can give the folk, man, from when you know your time dealing with having certain records and your experiences on the road, stuff like that.
Oh man, I don't have some. Man, one thing about it, you performing, man, in front of people, man, is a very intriguing thing, man. Like to really watch how folk react off you know what I mean? It puts you in a whole nother place, man. You know what I'm saying? Puts you in a
Right,
whole nother place where to the point where it makes you feel like a superstar when you see people that's really into it. You know what
right.
I mean? It's a hell of an experience, man. I don't been to the point, man. I don't have female putting money in my pocket. I'm on the stage and they tipping
Yeah,
us. Like it's funny, man, because I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we up
right.
on the stage, man, and the females on the front row stuffing money in our pocket. Almost like we dancing or something. I'm like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how I know they were feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
You know,
real.
yeah, man. It shit just, but it's fun, man. It's a whole nother, it's a whole nother feeling, man. You just basically because you black out, so it's like you see people but you don't see them.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, it be going on so fast, man. You know, the average song ain't never about what 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, give or take.
Yeah, nowadays they be shorter than that. But back before streaming and all this and how stuff is now, it was like you say 4 minute song, three
Yeah,
and a half minute, yeah.
and even longer before that, man. Even
Yeah,
like
5 minute song.
yeah, the old school rapper, man, Too Short had a song about 12 minutes, man.
Yeah,
It might have been, yeah, back in the day, man. A song called Freaky Tales.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? But you know, as time went progressed, yeah, it's like stuff moves so fast now, so you had to compress it. So
Yeah.
that's how it ended up being shorter. That's why you see guys putting less songs on the album nowadays. Like they
Mhm.
might call six, 7 songs an album nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them EPs and stuff.
Yeah, give you
Yeah,
6, 7 bangers, man, and be through with it. You know what I mean? And move on to the next project. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, man. And
Man, so all I say, man, how you feel about the music industry now with everything and also with like you say the industry of Atlanta, how stuff moving too, because the city's still progressing after all that done went down.
yeah. It's I think what happened, people picked up on. See, first of all, one thing I do know, people in general don't like change.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But as things change, man, it tend to grow on you. You know what I'm saying? So it get to a point where you can't help but to like change, because once it
yeah,
changed, and everybody got to go with the change. You know what I'm saying? So I think when everything moved over to streaming, first everybody was like, "Oh, the rap game about to be over with." Now, you know what I'm saying? A lot of old school rappers, such as myself, because once you learn the old way, it's hard to adapt to learning the new way. You know what I'm saying?
right. You've been doing it so long, and it been working,
It
and
been
you got to
working.
switch up. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like you got to. So now you got to take what you know. What I do,
hmm
I take what I know now and match it up to what makes sense. What's going on now?
yeah,
You know, it's still some old way that you can put into what the new, I'm gonna say, the new system. You know what I'm saying? It
hmm
just the most stuff been cut out. Like I said, pressing CDs. You know, it's so basically you got to go from put it on CD to put it on jump drives. Come with some
Right.
new marketing ideas, put it on jump drive, pass the jump drives out, sell the jump drives. Because everybody got a tablet or a laptop now or a smartphone. So, ain't no more hand you no CD and ain't nobody got no DVD player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like once you was hooked on doing it like that, you just get like so used to doing it, you get set in your ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now what's going on? You had to get unset. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn some of this streaming stuff, man. I'm still learning. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm to the point where I know how to, get everything out now. You know what I'm saying? On social media.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I know that was a big change. Like you say, you being out and about, you all over the city, everywhere to now it's like you ain't gotta leave the house in a sense. Sometimes you can still do work your move.
Yeah, but the only thing about that, you can work your move easily on the social media tip, but you still, in my opinion, still got to get out here.
Nah, for sure. People gotta see
you. they still got to see you for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just dropping it on social media, you ain't got no connection. Like the only connection, like folk want to see that artist. One thing I do know, people want to see that artist, man.
Yeah.
When these little kids be hearing your music, man, they get to see you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. It just a man.
Man, so what the network working been like, man? Like being in the Mecca, all the people you done ran into or done did work with.
Oh man. I don't work with man. I don't work with Yin Yang. You know what I'm saying? D-Rock from Yin Yang Twins. Man, I remember sharing stages with them franchise boys, man. You remember the White Tee?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we grew up out in that era, man.
Yeah, man. We were doing all our shows with them, man. Before Atlanta even knew what a White Tee was for real, man. We was on all the outskirts. We was in all the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Like Columbus, Macon, Winder, Georgia. I remember one time we went to a spot called Winder, Georgia.
Yeah.
Us trap boys and a franchise boy. We doing all this. We doing shows. You know what I mean? Together. Yeah. So they beat us down. Now they were down there early that day. So we got down a little later on that day.
Mm-hmm.
We pull up to the venue, right, where we performing at. So we like, well, where the spot at? Let's go see the spot. You know what I'm saying? We pull up. It's a little Chinese restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So we pull up. We walk up to the glass. Now they were closed because it was early in the day. We don't got down there. So we looking at the door. It's a cardboard sign on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of cardboard, handwritten with a Sharpie or a marker said, "Franchise boy and the trap boy performing tonight," right? So we looking at the sign, then we look through the glass like, man, we down here for this, bro. Like we looking like what this finna be, bro. Man, we really mad, right?
Right.
Cause we like, man, this ain't gonna be nothing tonight, bro. Like on everything, bro. We got down there that night, man. Pulled back up to the spot, man. When I tell you that spot was so lit, bro, you wouldn't even believe it, bro. Like, and it was actually bigger than what we thought, cause we were looking through the glass. Mm-hmm. So we were just seeing the front part of it, but behind that front part, it was another big space. You know what I'm saying, on the back side with a stage and everything, and it was lit. It was really lit, bro. So one thing I can say, it don't never underestimate no club when you out here doing that. Don't.
Nah, real talk.
Like, cause I'm from the era where I would talk if it's 4 people in the club. You better rock that motherfucker. 4,000 people in there.
Yeah.
Cause out them 4 people, you don't never know where one in there that really can be the one that change your life.
Yeah, you don't know who.
It might be a Quincy Jones sitting there with the other 3 dudes.
Yeah.
So you always rock that motherfucker. Don't just try to rock it when it packed already. Rock it whenever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm from that era. So once I got that instilled in me, it don't matter where I'm at, man, I'm turning up. I hit that stage, it don't matter who in there. I'm turning up. Pack, mediocre,
Yeah.
whatever. To this day, I've been like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's how you gotta move. See, with them old tactics like that, man, that stuff like it still give you advantage to the day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause
yeah. It gives you leverage.
you can't let it go.
Yeah, you can't let it go. Once it's in you, it's in you. It ain't on you, it's in you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that same type of hustle gonna still work. Is that how I did back then? You just gotta probably change it up a little bit here and there. It's the same thing apply.
Just tweak it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, turn it up.
Just,
Real.
yeah.
But yeah,
And
man. So I'm saying thinking so during that, so you were saying the white tee era and stuff like that. So that's really when Atlanta really started like kind of shifting a little more to the end because the music. I
yeah,
say that's the type of era, I was growing up out. So it's just like, yeah, I know it was turned out here.
yeah, man. Liddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was the piped up, you know. And that same summer, man, or either the next summer, yeah. Yeah, that was the era, man. And yeah, that when BMF first hit the city,
Yeah.
when all that was going on. So, it was super lit, man. Super, super lit.
Man, they're talking about billboards and everything was going on, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah, man. The world is out, the world is BMFs and everything up on it.
yeah,
And them things ain't cheap, man. Them things like they were running like 30 bands a month, man, to put one of them up, man.
yeah.
You know.
So what you feel about during that era of Atlanta to where Atlanta at right now? Like how you feel about the shift with that? Cause it put the spotlight on the A, you know what I'm saying? But it was like it's two different time periods, man, in the city. But like how you feel about how the city is now? It seems like folks still say united, like Atlanta still united. It's a lot of unity when people look at the city still.
It still is. It just more low key now. Like it's like after that era, man, it piped it all the way down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's really hard to detect how everybody moving now. Like you know what I mean? So it's like so many people staying out the way. You know what I mean? Because of so much going on, man. So many people staying out the way to it seems like that connect. It's like to me, it feel like we lost that connects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people still linking up. Like I said, Atlanta very cliquish. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a lot of low key linking up. Going on still. But ever since that era, man, it just seemed like it ain't what it was to me. But it's like it's a whole new generation. You know, and I just say more OGs staying out the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still love it as a whole, man. I still love the music.
Mm-hmm.
I love the movement. I love how they still carrying the game. You know
Right.
what I mean? Cause man, Atlanta been running this shit so long, man. It just
That's what I was saying. I'm like, I know you seen the whole thing and dibbling that and everything too going on.
yeah. So we just really be like, damn, man, it been going on so long. You know what I mean? Like I know Cali don't have the era. Cali don't have it before. Memphis got a lot. Salute to Memphis too, man.
Memphis going on right now.
Memphis got a movement going on right now, man. Memphis got a lot of talent out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alabama got a lot of talent, man. Florida. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I just love it as a whole, man. How the music really still just going.
Yeah.
A lot of people call it hip hop, but I'm like Pimp C, man. I call it country rap tunes, man.
Yeah. For real.
I still love these country rap tunes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So when we talking about the city and everything like that, man, even with like, stuff that you learned and you knew, like you got some memorable moments, man, you want to share with the folk, you know what I'm saying? Just in the city pit, you know what I'm saying? Just nights you remember out, doing stuff, or you done bumped into somebody, or like you say, somebody was, you probably ain't even knew they was in there that night. You was on stage.
Like in the club wise, or
I mean, is there any moments you want to share with the folk? You know what I mean? There's one of them like moments for you in the A. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of something big going on.
So what done went on, man? I remember one night. Let me see. I remember one night, man. We performed, man, and we get on the stage, man. And at the time, Young Jesus DJ.
Oh yeah.
He was in the club, whatever. And we come off the stage, man. Home chased her down, right? He home running behind us, like, did y'all hear what y'all just said? So we tripping, like, what going on? You know what I mean? He was like, man, did y'all hear what y'all said, man? And, like, he was talking about the song. We had a song called So Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that let me know, man. I was like, some people really feel your energy, dog. Like, it don't matter who it is. You're in the right place at the right time, man. And at the time, Jesus was probably the hottest rapper in Atlanta at the time. You know what I'm saying? When that happened.
Yeah.
And it just made us feel good, man. Like, and for us to be some young independent artists with no deal. You feel what I'm saying? Having like folk that really, you know what I'm saying, looking at your music like that, man. And you know what I'm saying? That was one memorable moment. You know what I mean?
So I'm pretty sure you were tapped in with what y'all was able to, like, how they showed us, stuff like that you see back then with the connects to the radio stations and marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that experience doing it independent too?
Oh man, that's a good experience, man. One thing I learned from dealing with radio, man.
Yeah.
Like, we went to 1079. We had this thing where you call on you set up your appointment. I was like, of course, I don't know how it go now, but it went like you called on like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you booked your appointment for the following Monday. You know what I mean? And then you come down there with your music. But one thing I learned that at the radio, man, when you go, they got this machine, right? They had this machine. You go in the room with, like, they take you in the room, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
And it'd be about 4 DJs in the room. They put your music on, and the machine gonna tell you if the song mixed and mastered. It read the level, so you can't cheat the video. You can't go in there finessing, talking about, oh yeah, I got this mixed down and all this. It don't matter what you're talking about, because when they pop it in, the machine gonna read the levels, and they gonna let them know. They gonna be able to see if it did.
They ready or not.
Yeah. So, that's the first thing we learned. We went down there, but then having the ability to speak with the program director, I mean, the boss of all the DJs, man, you go in his room at the radio station and have this guy share some knowledge with you. Like, we had this song, he told us this, man, this is like a jewel I'm about to drop. Like, I'm in the room with the radio program director, and we had this song, and he told us, he said, man, I love y'all song, but this what y'all need to do.
Yeah.
He said, it's taking too long to come in. So, we looking like, what you mean? He told us straight up, he said, record companies, he said, they listen to the first 3 or 4 seconds to determine whether they gonna keep it or they not.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it could be a whole hit song, bro, but if it come in 10 seconds, they might throw it to the left because it took too long. But if it comes, but if it comes straight on, they might throw it to the right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we left the radio station 107.
You breaking out, OZ? Oh, I don't see. I don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut out. Yo, man, y'all getting it from Slick Ivy, man. Make sure y'all go check him out on Instagram, man. We got the OG in the building.
Yeah, I'm back with you.
Oh, I don't even see you. Hold on. Try to jump back out, jump back in. Yeah, y'all getting the Underdog podcast exclusive on the Sunday. Dawg Talk. Y'all getting exclusive, man. Slick that out on Instagram, man. The real Atlanta. Y'all getting it from a real Atlanta native. All these gems about the music industry, man, and everything going on, stuff that you need to know, how to get your money right, your business right, get paid, everything that, an artist should know. Also get, what Atlanta was really like, real. Yeah, I hope all the viewers out there, man, y'all staying motivated. You know what I mean? Getting things done, doing what you do. Stay consistent. For real, for real. Yo.
Yo.
Yeah. I think your video off. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your video off. You turned the camera off.
How the hell I do that?
Hold on. You might have to jump out the link and probably click back in.
Let me see something.
Yeah, this is Sunday exclusive. Dawg Talk, man. Next week we got another one for y'all. Make sure y'all go check out all of the videos, man, from season 1 up to season 2, man. We almost about to end it off on the right note for the end of the year, man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you back.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, man. So we were talking about yeah, it was just talking about just basically, like what you feel about what's going on right now, with everything with the movement from what it was to now, as far as the business wise and what's going on.
I think we was at that point.
You feel like artists getting better situations, or you feel like, it's a lot of getting trapped in the game where, like you say, the business ain't being done right.
I feel like they getting in. I feel like they getting better situation these days.
Yeah.
Because of streaming. I feel like, it's been so many years of us not really knowing genuinely the game.
Yeah.
You get caught in contracts and all that. So basically, I think it's better. You know what I mean? It keeps you out of being locked in contracts and learning in the end versus learning in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because man, it's a lot of artists don't make record companies a lot of millions of dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them ain't even got a lot of millions of dollars today. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I heard stories about that stuff.
Oh man, Man, it's crazy. It's enough to make you want to be like, I don't even want to do this until I learn what I need to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like learn the business part, like for sure. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, man. Like I was saying, man, we left radio station, man, to have the program director drop a jewel on you and tell you to let your song come in like 4 seconds. Don't waste no time. You know how a beat might drop and you got a little intro.
Yeah, all that.
Like you really only do that after you done made it. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? After you done made it, then you can do a song like that because they already know exactly who you is, so you can take all the time you want and you established. But being a new artist in the game, that everything come in like no longer than 4 5 seconds, man. Cause
Yeah, it need to
basically,
drop.
cause if you're looking for a deal, then that's what the record company listening for.
Yeah.
That's what they listening for. Everybody else might be listening for. You might have a heavy fan base that love this song. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But a record company ain't gonna give it a chance like that.
Yeah.
They ain't cause they get so much music, bro, on a daily basis. They only can afford to listen for 4 seconds. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But see, folk don't look at it like that. They just be thinking, man, I got a hit. I know I got it. And also, what you think is a hit, everybody else might not think it's a hit. It
Right.
might be a hit. Usually be the song that you don't even like.
I heard about people
A
doing
hit,
stuff like that.
a hit song you normally be the one that you don't pay attention to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So
and I feel
when
like
that's
hit records, that music be timeless too, man. You know what I mean? So you
oh
got
yeah, man.
that.
I listen to classics every day, man. I listen to 8 Ball, MJG, man. It's like wine, man. It get better with time, man. Listen to them
Yeah.
old classics, man. They sound better every time you hear them. It sound better than it did the last time.
Yeah.
Then it sound better than it did 15, 20 years ago. You be like,
Yeah.
damn,
That's them hit records.
them classic hit records though that just can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
We'll be gone. They'll still be here. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that
I feel
songs
that.
like that, man, and artists like that, man, inspired me to want to be able to record music like that, man. That'll go on even when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, so you saying I already heard you say balling them. So that's the top one that kind of made you want to get into it, or who was in your top at the time?
Man, UGK, man, 8 Ball, MJG, Outkast,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Goody Mob,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Public
definitely.
Enemy. Then I get on the New York tip.
Mm-hmm.
Public Enemy, then go back to the West Coast. You got
Yeah.
MC8, you know what I mean? And then come on down to Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? MCADE and the Bass Mechanics
Yeah.
and Luke Party Clan. I just got everything in me. You know what I'm saying? You be like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah,
Shit
but
coming.
that help you get more creative when it comes to the music too, though, because you getting yourself versatile with your ears.
Yeah, you just turn it to a sponge. You just soak up everything and then put it all together and put it into what you got to offer.
Yeah.
And
I
it
feel that.
just come at you. However it come out,
Yeah.
that's your perspective of everything. You know, that's how I did it. You know, I put everything together, man, and just rolled everything all up in one.
Yeah.
And then put what I had to it and then like a gumbo. Whatever came out of it, that's what you got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Slick eyes.
For real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
You
Before we
know,
get these exclusive, man. Hey man, also man, you being on the independent tip, man, like with everything you learn, what's the key things people need to know when they're out here being independent, man, moving as an artist. You might be an artist, anything you're doing independently, like something that you always gotta, what I'm saying, it's in the routine. You gotta stick to
oh, like I was hitting on earlier, man. First thing is first.
it. Yeah,
Being an independent artist, man, I suggest strongly that any independent artist,
yeah,
first thing you need to do, man, is Google BMI or ASCAP.
yeah.
or Google both of them. Read up on both of them. Whichever you see fit that's better for you. Sign up with one of them, man. Sign up with one of them. You know what I'm saying? That means after that you're a registered writer, and it's free to sign up. That's the thing. You don't even have to pay for this.
Yeah.
See, a lot of record companies. See, this the thing, man. The more you know, the less they're gonna deal with you. Because if you know too much about the music business, they can't do nothing with you. They can't figure out. It's hard to figure out how they gonna eat off you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the lesser you know, yeah, they gonna hurry up and boom, 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 because they gonna do all your paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that. You want to do your paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is sign up to BMI or ASCAP, man. Get in the Writers Association first. Now, once you're a registered writer, you can take off. Hit your studio sessions, you know what I'm saying, and get your song recorded. Get you know what I'm saying. Get you some good mixes, man. Find you some engineer. You know, I even got a plug on a few good engineers, man. You know that some of them in the industry, but they do good street prices. You know what I'm saying? They got good
Yeah.
street prices for
Yeah.
indie artists, because you know you got real people out here, man. They know if you indie, man, obviously you ain't making money like some of the artists with record deals. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you might can't afford some of this stuff, man. But get you some packages there. You know what I'm saying? Get you some mix and master, and then I would start trying to do some shows, some little showcases. What may have you open mic, whatever they want to call it, showcases. They don't really say open mic no more. They kind
Yeah.
of really don't move to showcases, but it's almost like the same thing. They just reworded it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, hit you some showcases and perform your song, man. And if you want to get paid for your song, man, you just contact whoever you signed up with, ASCAP or BMI.
Yeah.
You know, get them the information on the club. You perform that, what date it was, whatever, whoop, and then they're gonna be the one responsible for getting you a little check for your
Yeah.
music. Because you can get paid for your music. So don't never let nobody tell you can't get paid for your music. You can get paid for your music without having a record deal. You see what I'm saying?
For real. I be
So that's
feeling like man, cut y'all. I feel like everybody do the independent route because once you, if it makes sense, people are signed, but for the most part, everybody want to be able to do what they want to do without somebody telling them that they got to do it a certain way.
exactly. And then yeah, man, and then that's another thing. Going indie, you can drop when you want to drop.
Yeah.
You put out what single may have you what you want to put out. You know, it's pros and cons to this, and having a record deal, you might can't put out this certain song.
Yeah.
You might can't put it out at this certain date. You know how they push dates back because they look up in another artist dropping on that date that they don't want to affect your sales or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But being indie, you can just wake up and be like, man, I'm finna drop the day tonight. I'm
Yeah.
dropping tomorrow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Free.
and, and, and yeah, you're free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
So man, it's like it's way better. But back in the days, me not knowing and when I didn't know the business,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I used to look at indie like indie. What is that? I don't want no indie. I want a deal. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I ain't understand the game.
And
So
then
I'm
like
like indie.
back then too, labels were the thing, wasn't no streaming. So like you say, you looking at indie like, man, I'm trying to get that check.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But see, now you can get that check. You indie because you can put it out online and
Yeah.
everything come to you.
Oh,
Ain't
that
no
broke the
middleman.
bears.
You know what
That
I'm
broke the
saying?
bears right there. They did. Mm-hmm.
But the only thing about it, you might be less famous, or it might take you a little while longer to get where you're trying to get forward on
Yeah.
that tip. But
Yeah.
it's a quote. It's a quote P Diddy used to always use, and he used to always say, "I can make you famous." He used to always say, "I can make you famous,"
Yeah.
but he never did. He never did say, "I can make you rich."
Man, for real.
So you got it depends on what you're looking for in the game. You know what I'm saying? You want to be famous. I mean, you can go sign with but sometimes, man, like having a deal ain't no bad thing all the time either. I ain't
Nah,
saying.
yeah.
Cause see, sometimes you might have to take a deal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with a major label, album or two to get your fan base up, then come back. But then when you come back, you got the fan base, and then you just keep the music up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see people get them deals, and once they get out the deal, they go straight independent. Then they got what they wanted from the labels with that marketing and everything. Now
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
do, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go that route with it, or you can be on learn the marketing on your own, just from just experiences in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I even use that to my advantage now. Like I do that at hosting that at the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we come with different little ideas. Like we just did a lemonade drip. You know, we got it bust down Friday every Friday already. So we just incorporate different ideas to go with it. To
Yeah.
keep it fresh, keep it. You know what I mean? Keep something different going on. So we got everybody wearing we want to wear. The
Yeah.
color, the colors we want to wear that night, we got that incorporated into drink specials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we making everybody wear yellow, lemonade, yellow and blue to get the drink special. So we got the whole club dressed up in yellow and blue Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just cause that what we want to wear, the color we want to wear that night.
Yeah.
So
So
we got
yeah,
it.
like when you talk about that on a different level too, man, how that all that stuff really came together when now you hosting events and doing everything else on the side,
You know it.
entertain.
It's like music. They run hand in hand with the music game. It's just a different game, but it all run hand in hand because it's all part of. It's just like in the music game, it's so much to do. Everybody don't have to be an artist.
Right. Yeah.
You got the DJ, you got a producer, you got security, you got your folk that tote bags, you feel what I'm saying? You got your
Mm-hmm.
designer, you got your folks who do your graphics, you got your folk who dressing you.
Yeah.
You can do so much, so right now, I'm just incorporating the hosting just into music because we be having performers, people do walkthroughs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's all based on music, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
club music, all go hand in hand. So it was really
Sure.
easy to transition into doing that because it's just like, damn, I'm already known as an entertainer, so
Mm-hmm.
just slide into doing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we just start just doing it. It's like we just took control, like to the point where we ain't even asked the club owner. We just started coming with the ideas, and then we just start telling him what we want to do.
Yeah.
Then we wind up having a meeting. Boom. Then it happening. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now we got a
Really.
little, we got a little, we got that going on. So we just keeping thing going. You know what I'm saying? To the next big move.
For real. That's the thing, man. Emotion don't stop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? For
keep
real.
the motion going. So now I feel like, damn, with all that motion going on, then I can just drop a song and then these folks, and then at the same time you building a fan base while you doing that. But little do they really look at it like that. Like when you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm looking into it like that. Like damn, this shit it's creating a fan base and doing this a following.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The folks following, they waiting on the next move. They to the point what they gonna do next. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just like I was telling my partner, but we can't stop. We
Yeah.
at the point where we can't stop. They waiting on the next move. Every time
Yeah.
we do a
Y'all
move,
already done signed up for it. You gotta keep going now. You too
yeah,
deep
yeah,
into it.
yeah, signed up for something and it came and it's inevitable. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But I chopped it up. I told them that in the beginning before we even really got into it, like we into it. I said, well, it's gonna get deeper and deeper. It's gonna get bigger and bigger now. You know it's gonna grow. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's all part of promotion. It's all promotion, man. You
Yeah.
know. But I love doing it. I've been doing it so long. It's part of me. I just feel like I got to do it. You know how you
Yeah.
be like, man, I
Yeah.
can't even go without doing this, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
like,
You ain't gonna feel right if you don't do
yeah,
it.
it ain't gonna be right. I
For
was like,
real.
I just got to have my hands in it some kind of way.
Nah, for real, LOG, man. But man, also, man, before we get you up out of here too, man, we gotta get your shout out, man. Shout your people out, man. You know what I mean? Let them know you on the Underdog podcast right now. For real.
Okay, man. I want to shout out my drip set crew, man. You know what I mean? I know they probably ain't live right now, but I
Yeah.
want to shout out my drip set crew, man. My 2-player family, man. 2PF, man. You know what I'm saying? Who else I want to shout out, man? My College Park family, my
Yeah.
East Point family, my West Side family. You know what I mean? Shout out to I want to shout out the ninth inning, man, or Trap Boy, my homie the
Yeah.
Trap Boy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, who else, man? Uh, man, there's so many, man. The list go on and on, man. If I miss you, man, just know I love you, and this one on purpose, man. I want to shout out to my partner, man. Man, Underdog for having me on this show too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure, man. You know what I mean? We had to get the real Atlanta on here, man. As a youngin', bro, I always like the so-called game from the OG, you know. So when you
Yeah,
politicking it and you know I'm doing one thing, you like, bro, I got the answers to certain things I can give you.
yeah,
You know,
man. Me, I'm like that. You know how, man? It's a lot of OGs out here that I don't respect for saying it right here, but I always hear that, man. I always hear the game to be sold, not told.
oh yeah.
What when I hear that, man, it just I be like, bro, I see something bigger than when I hear that, cause I be like, that's just like telling me, don't tell the game, sell the game. And I be
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, I ain't. If I see somebody doing something and I don't been through it and I got an answer, bro, I ain't about. Oh well, bro, it's gonna cost you something, and I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah.
I ain't never been with that, bro. I'm gonna always give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
you can either take it or run with it or bypass it or whatever, but I feel better once I don't put it out. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't do it for no return neither. I don't never put out game or be like, man, I hope he come back and break me off, man. If he make it or
You're right.
if he get rich off of it. Or, no, bro. What gonna make me feel rich when I put it out there? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that make me feel even better when I know they used it and went and did what they had to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
For
Cause
real.
the way I feel like, the way I see it, I don't got my return. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a blessing for me to even pass it out.
For real, man. I never felt like that person that just want to hold the ball. I'm always trying to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man. You got to each one
you,
teach one, man. Don't be talking about the game to be sold, not told, man. No, man. Don't sell no game, man. I ain't with selling no game, man. Like the game is to
mm-hmm.
be told, man. That
Yeah.
that be that be our problem. And a lot of OGs, man, like I can blame a lot of them because they won't even tell some of the young cat the game, man. They'll sit there and knowing what they can share with them, but they rather sit there and watch them go through it because they had to go through it.
Yeah.
Now, just because we went through it, that don't mean hold back on the information. No, man, that mean pass that ball, man. Pass that ball. OG. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you call yourself that, for real.
Right. But a lot of them don't even, so I'm different, man. If I
Yeah.
got it, I'm gonna give it to you. If I don't know, I can't give it to you. If I don't experience it, and I ain't finna say that I ain't experienced either. You know what I'm saying? If I say it, that mean I don't really went through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it spade a spade. I don't went through it. I seen it. I be like, I know what to work. I see what he missing. I see what he ain't got. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
getting that to put with what he got. Boom. Keep going.
For real, man. Man, y'all got it, man. For real, the games to be sold, not to be sold, is to be told, man. You feel me? We on the For real, man. This is Dawg Talk. We on here, man. Slick Ivy. Make sure y'all go follow him, man. At Slick.Ivy on Instagram, man. Check out the motion. Got the Bust Down Fridays going on, man. Real West Side Atlanta, man. Real Atlanta in here, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, OG, man, for dropping these gems, man. Giving these folk what they need help. You know what I mean?
Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing, homie.
Yeah, man. For real, man. Bless up, OG. We gonna tap in, man.
Tap in. Many blessings, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You out of here.
All right, one.
Yeah.